up everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 5 of Danganronpa 3 Mirai-hen. And wow, there is a lot of stuff to talk about. This episode was packed with a lot of events, so let's talk about all of them. We first start off with Seiko and Ruruka's backstory, and turns out Izayoi was always with Ruruka. I don't know if we'll get into their specific backstory. I don't know if we'll ever get focused on Izayoi, but maybe we will after what happened with him later on this episode, but I'll get to that. But Izayoi was always with Ruruka, and one day Ruruka saw Seiko save a dog with her medicine. So, Seiko, she was never faltered by the child safety caps on medicine, or either that or she didn't need them because she could just make her own, so, it's whatever. And Ruruka saw Seiko save the dog, so Ruruka was like, whoa, that's really cool, and then they were friends after that, and Ruruka was all like, ooh, you want to try some of my candies? And Seiko said that she couldn't because it would make her sick because of the medicine that she takes. We didn't know what kind of medicine she takes. We didn't know if it's her own self-prescribed medicine. We didn't know if she's ill or something like that, but because of the medicine that Seiko takes, she cannot consume Ruruka's candies, or any sweets whatsoever, actually. So over time, Ruruka got pretty annoyed with this. I don't know why, but Ruruka really wanted Seiko to have her candies, but since Seiko could not, and she has a valid reason why she can't have Ruruka's candies or any sweets whatsoever, Ruruka still became a bitch afterwards and was just manipulating her into making more drugs for herself so that Ruruka can use them for whatever, make her candies taste better or anything else. Supposedly it's because Ruruka trusted her. Ruruka and Seiko, they were talking about trust and they were wondering how did this all turn wrong. Well, clearly this all went wrong because of Ruruka. It's so obvious. Like, I honestly cannot get behind Ruruka. I really hate it when they try to make you sympathize with the bad guy of the situation, but you really can't after seeing their backstory because their backstory doesn't really make too much sense. It doesn't justify their actions. I don't know. Do any of you guys sympathize with Ruruka after finding out her backstory? Because I certainly don't. So Izayoi, turns out he has the power of unlimited blade works. You can see it in the thumbnail I have right here. Izayoi, he just got all these blades. And they all like popped up and everything, and I'm just like, yo, you're Archer. I just wanted him to say the speech. Just feel like, I am the bone of my sword. I needed that. That would have been so cool. Because Danganronpa, they're pretty good when it comes with the references. So how cool would it have been if Izayoi suddenly said like a parody of the speech? That would have been too cool. But Izayoi, we still don't know too much about him, but we see that he has all these other extra blades and he was like fighting with Seiko, and he ended up finding out about Seiko's restriction, and that is that no one can step on her shadow. So that's why she's been fighting in the dark this entire time. So Izayoi turned on all the lights, and then Ruruka was able to figure it out pretty quickly as well. And Izayoi, at the towards the end of the episode, he found a secret room. Behind the bookshelf, you see on the outside, what's his name? Hagakure? I will never remember this guy's name. I don't know. I think his name is Hagakure. I don't really care about him, but he was getting shot at by whoever it is in that helicopter. I don't know if it's another Monokuma or not, but we still don't know who's in that helicopter. But Hagakure was getting shot at, and all the ruckus caused the bookshelf to fall down, and then we see a whole door thing. It says, surprise, you found the secret room. Okay. Where does that room lead to? Does it lead to where Monica is? Does it lead to the outside of the Future Foundation? Does it lead to perhaps other hostages? Like, where Byakuya at? Byakuya? Where he at? I don't know. Oh yeah, and Monica's back. Don't worry about the robot, it's fine. In fact, it's ready for round 2. We just see Monami pop up. She's still like, it's time for round 2. She's got all these weapons and everything. I'm like, yo, Mirai-hen is getting more and more action-packed. That was just insane, the amount of action that we got in this episode, because, we have Monami versus pretty much everyone. She's going, and we had Asahina versus the boxer guy. I don't remember the boxer guy's name. I'm sorry, I know I don't remember a lot of names, but you know, there's so many characters. And then we have Seiko versus Izayoi, and then we had a little bit of, you could say, the continuation between Munakata and Tengen. Munakata and Tengen's dialogue. Tengen was giving Munakata the business. He was just so like Tengen was laying down the law. He was trying so hard to open Munakata's eyes on the wrong that he is doing, but Munakata just can't see it. He just can't see it. He just straight up was all like, okay, you must be one of the remnants of despair. And it's like, no, Munakata, what's wrong with you, man? Munakata, he's very stubborn. I'm seriously on the fence with Munakata's character because of how stubborn he is. It's like, I disliked him, then I liked him, then I got pissed at him, now I don't know how to feel about him, honestly. I'm just teetering, you know? Tengen and Munakata had one final blow. Tengen stabbed Munakata in the eye with the very own thing he was impaled with. And Munakata killed him even though he was about to die because Tengen, did his distraction. He did what he wasn't supposed to do, which was like tell a lie or something like that. Tell a lie to a question. I believe it was something like that. Unfortunately, in the end, Seiko dies, which I saw that coming. I saw either Izayoi or Seiko dying in this episode, so it was Seiko. I do believe Izayoi is gonna die later on, probably before Ruruka. But Seiko dies because it was time to go to sleep again for 2 hours. And we see that she saved the candy, the first candy that Ruruka gave her. And Seiko was really sad. That was a sad death. The last thing that she thought about. She never even got vengeance. She never got to attack Ruruka. Ruruka's still out there. That sucks. So, let's talk about the attacker. It depends on how you take the end credits scene, because at the end of the credits, we see Munakata injecting himself with one of Seiko's drugs. And because we saw his eye go black and everything. So, it depends. Did Munakata kill Seiko? So therefore he is the attacker? And therefore this proves that the attacker changes every single round? Or is everybody awake at this moment? And we just see Munakata in his own little corner while everybody else is still awake, injecting himself with the drug. He probably took the drugs from Seiko when he saw that she was dead. Personally, I believe that Munakata killed Seiko and he was the attacker at that time, therefore proving that there was a different attacker every time. And I know like an episode or two ago I said that it's starting to become more and more apparent that there is only one attacker throughout each and every single round, but after today's episode that doesn't seem like the case. But like I said, it depends on how you take that end credit scene. So what do you think is inside that secret room? Come on, give me your theories. Catch me later as I live react to Mob Psycho 100. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.